And we're forgetting he's 22.
Yeah, he's a young cat, man. It's crazy.
What's next? Especially that second set, he's hit the white crowd. That I'm gonna kill my parents now. That kind of music. He's penetrated the white crowd, bro. He is gone. Nah. Remember? You're a bad boy, bro.
Every day, you have breakfast, you go to work, you come home, you're complaining about your assignments, you have a roof over your head, you have your TV, you have your iPhone, you have your laptop. Maybe you don't have everything you want, but like, bro, there's people that don't have roofs. Do you know how crazy that is? Being here, you're still able to like ground yourself and be like, I'm still grateful for what I do have, because there's a lot of people that aren't in my position.
This is even beyond the Illuminati, bro. Illuminati has nothing on this. Illuminati has nothing on what Lucifer can do. Illuminati's not close, bro. Certain people that have devoted their lives to God that are doing very, very, very well. It's this idea of understanding ourselves beyond our physical form. This was just a wake-up call. It was just to tell you, look, if you think this is scary, look at the world you're living in. You just have a veil over our eyes with technology, with the comfort of life as well. Things are so easy here. You actually don't really have much time or space to read deep anything because you're too comfortable.
You are now listening to the Blacker the Berry, the sweeter the juice.
Well, let's record, I mean. You gonna join the squad or is having?
No. It's not happening, man. It's never happening. Oh man. Anyways, yeah, welcome to another special episode, guys. I'm your host DX. Big man Shure. We've got a game for you today. Last time it was, what was it? It was singing game. But we're gonna go back to bad breath or body odor.
Bad breath.
Would you rather be 3 feet tall or 8 feet tall?
8 feet tall.
Yeah? Why? Pray tell.
I feel like people that are like super tall. Well, first of all, they're probably the NBA. So that's number two. I know like people who are super tall have like a lower life expectancy though.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking.
So that's what you want?
No. That's what I'm saying. I don't want. If I were to grow to that height, I would definitely be in some league. So I would try my best to be healthy with that.
Just be seriously unathletic. Would you rather clog the toilet on the first date or the first day on a new job?
First date.
Yeah?
New job's more important.
Swear. The job.
I think.
You think? You already answered the question. Would you rather have? Would you rather have to be naked for work naked at work for an hour, or be dropped off 2 miles away from your house whilst you're naked and you have to try and get home?
2 miles from my house.
Speeding ticket or parking ticket?
Parking ticket.
Instagram famous or TV famous?
TV famous.
Last one, be funny or be really stupid? Be funny and be really stupid, or boring and really smart?
Boring and really smart.
Yeah. You want to be like Oppenheimer, have you?
Yeah.
That was this or that's for the week. Situations. I've got one.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, do you want to go first?
Sticky situation I have is the girl I've been seeing caught feelings. I do fuck with her, but I'm not ready to commit. What should I do?
I think that's more your fault.
What do you mean it's more mine? It's a very general question.
That's more. Yeah, but you have the expertise now.
What?
Yeah, you have the expertise.
See, there's two ways you can play this, right? There's like, if you want to be like a good person, then there's one way. There's two ways, like I said. Or if you want to be a good person, this is a boring answer, but the truth is you just have to communicate that with her and see.
Wholesome.
If she's like cool with you, like taking your time or whatever, then that's cool. If she's not cool with that, if she wants like to be with you right away, then you're just gonna have to walk away.
Try.
That's the truth. It's unfortunate.
Option 2.
Option 2 is, you know what I'm saying, it's a little toxic, but it is what it is. You can tell her you're not ready. You can tell her you're not ready to commit. But tell her like you still fuck with her, so kind of like keep her around until you're ready.
So keep the door open, Abby. Mad. Wow.
But that's like, that has a time frame, because then once she's like, okay, well, say you told her it's been a few months now, she's like, wait, what's going on? Then like reel her back in type thing.
Ah! Yeah?
I don't condone this behavior. I'm just saying.
Retired F-boy. Yeah, I would say, I wouldn't really say like leave her alone per se, but be clear on where you stand as well. So then that way, anything that happens afterwards is not your fault.
Good guys FC?
I don't know about that.
Good guys FC.
I don't know about that. Yeah?
Songs are on the rise.
You've done some reinvesting?
Okay.
Crazy. Alright. Mine. Right, okay. Hey guys, this is such a strange dilemma, but I feel like I need some Mel's POV. The guy I'm seeing is constantly offering to help me financially, either by buying me things that I've already wanted or experiences that I wanted to go on, or even as far as my rent. A lot of the time I say no, but even when I say yes, he always seems to fumble. He always seems to fumble somehow, either not ending up getting what he promised, or when I let him help me with something else, he would be late or give me random excuses. I just want to know from you guys' perspective, is he taking the piss, or am I expecting too much?
Nah, I don't think you're expecting too much if he's the one offering. That doesn't make sense. Like, if he's offering, then he's essentially set the expectation, right? At least from what I'm getting from what the situation is. he's saying, he's offering, when you're telling, oh, say for example something's going on, that he's offering to pay whatever, then he's now setting the expectation that he can provide these things for you. He has these resources. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's taking the piss. Sorry. I know it's probably not. Probably don't want to hear that, but that's just what it is. At least from my perspective, like he's fucking with you. It's either that or the nigga's capping. Like he doesn't. He's saying he has these things and he doesn't. You know, it's one or the other, right? If you set an expectation, then obviously expect the other person to expect that from you. Naturally.
I have a friend that's had a similar issue. His was more so. It was just like he's a useless guy. In my opinion, anyways. I met the guy, useless guy, in my opinion. But clearly she likes him. I don't know what she likes about him, but you know. But I don't know, sometimes it's just a thing of being able to be like accountable for what you're asking. Like imagine going into someone's life and like trying to create space for yourself, but then you're just failing to fill that space. It doesn't make sense. Why are you there in the first place? That's how I see it. That's how I explain it to her. So in this case, it's the same thing. Well, not the same thing because it could be the examples you gave. Like he's just taking you for an idiot. Or he's a useless guy. Either way, let him go. Let that man go. Let that man go. That's my own 2-piece. My own 2 pence. Yeah, useless men. 2024, we need to leave them all the way in 2012, man. They've been carried along for way too long now. They've been carried along for way too long. Yeah, man. Anyway, on to serious matters. Rema, you've been a bad boy. Yo, you first. You first. Your guy, B. You want to claim him now after what we witnessed? Okay. Fair enough.
There's layers.
Right?
There's layers to
Let's peel them back.
the whole like concert, the whole like what's been going on with him recently. Obviously, like he's like obviously gotten a lot. Like this last stretch of like the last year has been really crazy for him. He dropped like the Calm Down song with Selena Gomez. And then like after that, all his music, like he's been everywhere.
What?
And then I think more recently with his EP, after like the Ballon d'Or like performance, or like I think it was, I don't know if he announced it like prior to that or after that, but when he announced that EP, kind of like with this new like artistic style, you know, with like music videos and the EP cover, that people started raising eyebrows. Like, is he, you know what I'm saying? And I think part of that reason is because one thing I one thing I've noticed, just from being observant, is kind of like this trend of where you'll see these artists kind of climb, and once they're about to reach that next level of like stardom, there's this almost switch in like quote unquote switch in like aesthetic, or switch in the way they portray their music artistically, right, and aesthetically. So that was like the first thing that came to mind when I saw all of that stuff was that, right, and then obviously after that, the concert happened. Prior to me seeing, because you sent me the video, we were on FaceTime, you sent it to me. Prior to me seeing the actual concert, I did see something about the album cover, and the person that was talking about it related it to something in the Bible, so it was a spiritual connection.
Yeah.
About like war and something about a horse and like riding the horse. It had something to do with like, I think it was in the Book of Revelation.
The four horsemen.
Yeah, something like that.
Of the apocalypse.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but something along those lines. So I didn't get the full message because I kind of forgot what he was saying, but essentially he was tying the album to it having a spiritual meaning and like it being demonic, right, or whatever. So that was the message he was pushing. So I was like, I kind of got a different perspective from watching that, and then I saw the actual performance. So initially the first thing that happens, everyone's there, everyone's waiting for him. He comes from like beneath the stage or whatever.
Now you even mention it. Why you come? Everyone's been coming from above. Even Ashake came from above too. This is too much.
Comes from underneath, from wherever he is. He comes up from the ground on a horse, wearing all black, cloak. He has a mask on. It's this like fiery red, dark aesthetic. Obviously, he's wearing this mask with red eyes, and then he's like, this is what people said he was doing a chant, but actually what he was saying was it wasn't a chant. It was actually lyrics from one of his songs, and he was just saying it really fast. But anyways, like I said, from the fans' perspective, for people who are like spiritual or like Christian or whatever, they obviously had an issue with that. They're like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" And then like there's the red, the whole red, the smoke, you know what I'm saying? Like then there's like people in a circle running around him while he's performing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah, he was.
You feel me?
Yeah, he was doing a lot, bro. Yeah.
Crazy. And, you know what I'm saying?
It was a big wake up call. Yeah, word.
I'm saying out loud. You know what I'm saying? So then, like, then he gets down from the horse. He's saying whatever. He takes the mask off. He's still going. And then the other thing I noticed was when he there was different stages of his performance. Obviously, he wore like I think 3 or 4 different outfits.
Yeah.
But at one point, there was another part where he was like on like a large bat, and he was wearing like another like outfit, like red, all red outfit. He had another mask on. That whole thing. The bat had red eyes, and it was like standing on the bat. That another thing. I was like, that was kind of jarring to me, just like actually seeing it. But aside from that, like, if we're talking about the concert,
and even within that as well. Actually, yeah, carry on.
Yeah, if we're talking about the concert in itself, it was actually I was very immersed in what I was watching. I'm not gonna lie. Just objectively, like it was like you said, it was a good concert. The concert in itself was good.
Yeah.
It was a good overall performance of art.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But I think you have to look at these things with like equanimity, right? Because like I said, there is a lot. Everything I just
my guy's been going to school. I know some of you guys missed that word, but yeah.
Everything like from when I started this to just now, we can literally now dissect. Like, it just kind of depends on what you want to talk about first.
Bro, see, there's again, remember, I don't look at things based on just my opinion. I look at my opinion, then I start to think of what else is there, right? So, at first, same thing. I said, what's on God's beautiful green earth is going on, bro? I was shocked, but I think, before I even recognized what I was watching, I was there sonically, because I'm just like, okay, cool. I've seen Burna Boy shut down some performances. That same stage. Where the guy came out with guitar, a full-on rock star. He essentially broke this door down for this, right? So I'm there sonically. Sonically, what I'm hearing is absolute magic, like a majesty, bro. Like sonically, this was a beautiful symphony of sounds. The instruments, even to do with the scenery, it was very cinematic. It was very beautiful. It felt like an orchestra. It actually felt very well organized and very well put together. And I was in awe. Then my spirit woke me up. What am I seeing, bro? What am I seeing? I saw him raise from the horse. I said, am I ready to watch this? Bro, but the thing is, like, I was like, cool. I'm here sonically first. But the visuals are really throwing me off, bro. They're really, obviously, like, even with some of his lyrics, are actually quite dark as well. So, most of the things that you mentioned, right? You've got the horse, you've got the scenery, you've got the red, you've got the colors, you've got the people running around. Another thing that adds to that is the women that were dancing, right? The style of dance that they were doing also goes into that whole, like, that enchanting, that whole what do they call it? Like a sorcerer, in like the Persian stories. Yeah, there's like that. There's the snake charmers. Yeah. So there's that element as well that adds to all of this, right? But one thing that for me, one thing that I recognized that I'm like, this is brilliant, is because everything that he's doing is so clear. And to transport not just your performance, but your music into what you're trying to, what you have in your head, to put it on as a performance for people to watch, as a piece of art, sometimes people aren't able to do that. For him to be able to have what he has in his head, what he's feeling, and then project that into this art form of the performance, brother, it's amazing. We didn't miss a beat. Some people could watch some other people's performances and they'll completely miss the whole horse, or like they'll miss the little symbolisms that are going on. But this was so clear, everything was done so well, that I'm like, I couldn't not admire the art, right? Alright guys, quick interruption. Make sure you go check out the audio as well. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to the audio. Make sure you follow us there and also rate. So 5 stars, please, 5 stars. That will help us actually get to be seen more. And also share it with your friends, family, whoever as well. But yeah, back to the show, guys. Now, if we're now going to talk about like different meanings, yeah. First, we've got, the whole demonizing of everything, right? I was shook. Let me not lie. I was shook. The first set, second set, I said, bro, when are we gonna dance, bro? Because right now, I can't. I can't even smile. I can't even smile, bro. Especially that second set when he was on the bat, that was almost like a show of like, I can do anything in terms of like, I can do Afrobeats, I can do whatever, I can do pop. Now, bro, I was listening to that, I'm like, this is a whole rock star. And it's not like you're looking at it and it looks like it's a gimmick. He actually fits that genre that like what he's doing makes sense. He didn't look out of place. The way he commanded that stage, bro. You saw Ashake was struggling, bro, to command that whole stage. If you think about it, this guy didn't have like that many dancers, and even the dancers is like, they weren't very visible. The ones that were visible were, let's say, like the one babe that will come out each time, right? All the other dancers were pretty much just background, very, very submerged into the background. And like, it didn't feel as though there was like empty space anywhere. Obviously, with all the props that he brought in, for lack of better terms, it makes it all like, it adds to filling up the space. But he commanded that stage like second nature. I forgot he was 22, bro. I completely forgot how young he is. Yeah. Then it dawned on me. I'm like, yo, this is incredible. How many 22-year-olds are you seeing on, like, do this? How many 22-year-olds are you seeing do this? Even Michael Jackson, I'm pretty sure around that age, he was still with the Jackson 5 before. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, even to do with the imagery of the Four Horsemen, yeah. Obviously, there's part of it which is like, why are you embodying this almost demonic thing? We have to realize that music is a vessel for messages. So is the musicians themselves. All of us are vessels, right? If we look at it from a different perspective, we can see this is a sign to all of us that, yo, this is what you're seeing is a depiction of what the world is right now. This is what's happening. Even to do with the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, that horse, the black one, represents war. What is going on around us? Do you get what I'm saying? And even especially in the West, right, we're so sugar-coated with everything. We're blinded. There's a lot of smoking screens that we don't realize. Even as Christians that we call ourselves, a lot of things we're kind of blinded to. And then now it's almost hypocritical for us to look at what he's doing and be shocked. Bro, the Bible does this. The Bible literally gives us gives us words. Gives us this in word form. He's just brought it into something we can look at. Do you get what I'm saying? The Bible goes on and on about the Revelation is dark, bro. Bro, I've tried to read Revelations how many times, bro? I've only been able to like go through it like once. Like every time I read through it, like I struggle just because I'm just like, this is so heavy, right? So for him to not only do it but do it with no second guessing, like it's undoubtable that you know exactly what he's trying to do, what he's showing. Sounds like a cool Four Horsemen. It could be him embodying the spirit of what it is, or he could just be a vessel to show us the same way we all are meant to be showing each other. Like we're all meant to be passing messages through ourselves. Same way your pastor would pass a message that God's spoken to him. I'm not trying to relate Rema to a pastor, but similarly, God uses different things to show us certain things, right? And also, we can't forget Lucifer. He was the main guy for music. No wonder a lot of music incites all these things. I think you mentioned it before, like when people are almost at the brink of their fame, they decide, let me get inspiration from the demon. I saw one girl's TikTok. It was she was saying that why is it that when it's the same thing that you were saying, but she was just like, why is it that you can't find inspiration in God and love and light? You're here finding inspiration in demons and devils. But yeah, it was quite funny. But yeah. So if we're looking at from that perspective, it's like, okay, cool. What's happening to Rema? Like, it's almost like a detachment from. I don't want anything to do with that. There's now some other meanings that I kind of caught on to as I kept on thinking about it, right? He's a Benin boy, right? A lot of what is shown is also part of some parts of that culture. So now, remember how we were brought up, or Christianity was brought to us. It was the white people that came to give us some sugar-coated version of what they wanted to do, the Catholics. But if we go back home, a lot of what people perceive as juju is actually just a spiritual practice, right? Some obviously are demonic. Some is just a natural spiritual practice. I'm not saying this is a spiritual practice because I don't know what it is. Right, it's perspective. We have to look at it from all angles, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and also, bro, we are not from that culture. We don't know what he's trying to say or what he's trying to do. All we're seeing is just something crazy. It's the same way people can have a false perspective of Germans and say, oh, Germans are aggressive. The way their language is very hard. It's very they're loud or they're angry all the time. But if you actually immerse yourself in the culture, you might actually get to understand that German is actually a beautiful language, as well as when you're hearing it spoken properly, you can now see how soft it can be and soft and delicate. But then that's like a difference from being on the outside, not knowing anything about the language compared to being on the inside, right? So that's another perspective to look at. Another thing that I don't think many people have clocked, or from what I saw on the internet, is the inspiration he got from Michael Jackson. It hit me today when I was watching this other this music content creator guy. He does Afrobeats. He was going through his EP, and remember that Red Potion, when I was just like, that last bit was very Michael Jackson-esque. Like, you're using your vocals a cappella to match the beats and like create its own beats as well, right? And then I actually looked at the set list, and one is called Smooth Criminal. On top of that, you look at the performance, especially that second set. If you look at what he was wearing and you look at Thriller, bro, what's the difference? Do you get what I'm saying? So I was like, the attention to detail is crazy. And it's just flying over so many people's heads. It's just like, you're not seeing the small things that this guy is using to create his own image. Because, brother, it's hard when you've got people like Davido, Wizkid, Burna, even Asha Care. Everyone's claiming these are the GOATs and everything. And then you're also having so many different artists come out of your genre. It's hard to differentiate yourself, especially when people keep on relating you to these three big dogs. You're either, oh, you're a Wizkid kind of guy, or you're sounding like Burna, or you're sounding like. But he's obviously used a lot of influences, but it's like it was just beautiful just to see, even as small as the outfit itself, something as almost insignificant as the outfit that kind of just has a small link to that inspiration to make himself that bit different, and also to associate himself with greatness. Because, brother, this performance was great. It was fantastic. Never not lie. And then, like, out of all of that, I think the one thing that I liked was how seamless it felt. Although, like, I've seen bare people talk about that he was doing too many breaks, and I was just like, okay, cool. If you actually look at the breaks, right, you're saying the breaks were based on him going out to change, but look at it as a whole performance. There was barely any breaks, because even when he went out to change, the musicians were giving us some.
Going crazy.
Oh my god, bro! They were giving us like heart massaging music, bro. Like, do you know what music is?
They were going crazy.
They were going off. And on top of that, now to add to the music, he even added the drama as well, like the piece with the teddy bear. I'm like, yo, people, are you watching? Are you watching what he's trying to, like, this is the thing, I think the internet is really fucked us up, because we're missing so many things based on, there's so many people with their phones out, not just, because I thought about it, back in the day, let's say, like, let's compare it to Michael Jackson. When people's phones are out, it's for a torch, so you can do the whole, for the picture. But now people's phones are out, not for like the torch. They're not there. They're trying to capture a moment. but they're not concentrating. What's happening? Brother, this guy is putting on a masterpiece. Not just the music, not just the performance, not just the art of like all the props and the imagery. That imagery is not easy to do. It's not just to paint everything red and to wear cape, but then to make you actually feel what he's doing, brother. It's crazy. It's crazy. And people are missing out. I haven't seen anyone actually talk properly about like how intricate a lot of the details were in terms of like the performance, the staging, like everything in its totality. Like even that middle part where I think it was before the third set where it was like the teddy bear. I'm just like, bro, this obviously took some time to get to be rehearsed, but even as it was happening, it was seamless. It literally almost felt like a conversation between the DJ and the teddy bear. Brother, come on. And even to now relate it to, you can see he's drawing on his past performances or what happened then. He's adding comedy to it. Oh, come on, guys. Come on. This guy is doing he's giving us everything right now. He hasn't held back on any talent. He's done everything possible. Brother, like, yo. Bro, let me know. That's what I'm saying. One of the greatest performances I've ever seen in my life, bro. Bro, one of the greatest performances. Yo.
There's a lot of depth.
Nah, man. Honestly,
It's just
even the dances that he picked, especially like, I think there was two. There was Cocaina, the one in the red dress. I was doing a bit of salsa, and then, huh?
It was just like the one in the red dress, just the one, right?
Yeah, and then there was another one which was just the one as well. She came out in the little skin piece. She's known for something. I just can't remember what she's known for, her name. But all of that, it's, bro, imagine just him and one other person on stage, and you don't feel like the stage is that big. He filled the whole stage with just two people. Ashake was running up and down, had to bring out flamethrower. Come on now, guys. Let's be serious. Let's be serious now. Do you get what I'm saying? Come on now.
Yeah, I think the whole idea of, I think with that performance, it was the whole idea of music actually being an art form.
Literally.
Right, was like another thing that I picked up on. Is like, this guy is an artist.
Yeah, he's involved in the art. Like,
he's immersed in it.
He's literally, this is him showing his dedication. It's not just, I'm going to come out and sing over my tracks. This is dedication to not just the music, but performance. The lost art of performance. How, bro, don't even get me started. At one point, he's telling people, dance, bro. I want to see you dance. I don't want to see you come and be looking at me, brother, dance. This is a party. You know what I'm saying? People, come on. All it's taking is just when people start fainting for him, and then we know he's gone.
Yeah, man. Even the whole, like, it wasn't just like you said. It's not just he's just singing on his tracks. He's MCing.
Yeah.
He's an MC.
Word.
He's commanding the crowd. He's telling people what to do too. Like, there's actually so many layers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then I feel like if you're like a very close-minded person, you can't
see
it
that
for what it is. You're just gonna see this all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people nowadays are just so. There's such like linear thinking, and not in the right ways.
Yeah.
I feel like linear thinking is good in certain ways or in certain situations, but there's a lot of linear thinking in the wrong ways.
Yeah.
It's just like it closes your eyes to a lot of things. So it's like, yes, I can see the like the spiritual side of it, and what people are drawing to, like the Bible and it being potentially demonic and stuff. But there's so much more to like that whole performance than just that.
Yeah.
Essentially.
But even if, bro, he's done a good job, bro. Like, he's done a very, very good job, especially with a genre that wouldn't even really allow that, per se. You know what I'm saying? Like, Afrobeats, I don't think really has space for, like, that kind of, let's say, demonic performance, especially coming from Nigeria or Africa. we're always shunning that style of anything. You know what I'm saying? For him to come out there, that's a statement piece. This is saying, bro, I don't even belong to a genre. Bro. I am my own person. And we're forgetting he's 22.
Yeah, he's a young cat, man. It's crazy.
What's next? What's he gonna do next?
He shut it down, bro.
Bro, he's gone.
Yeah,
He's gone. He's gone. Especially that second set, he's hit the white crowd. That I'm gonna kill my parents now. That kind of music. He's penetrated the white crowd, bro. He is gone. Nah, Rema, been a bad boy, bro. A bad boy.
Think about that whole like the other aspect of it when it comes to this almost like change in aesthetic. Not just when not at him, but almost like the trend part of it, where it's like I can name a few other artists.
Lil Nas X.
Lil Uzi Vert, Playboy Cardi.
Was he cool before?
Huh?
Was he?
Uzi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swear.
Calm before cool.
Ah.
Rock star, but he wasn't doing all this extra shit.
Oh, swear.
Yeah. Same thing with Cardi. Cardi was a regular nigga. Same thing. Then now all of a sudden, Cardi, Uzi, Cardi, Doja Cat, Rema. So what do you? I don't know. I don't know what we can really draw from that part of it, but just like the whole trend of that. I've noticed, and it was. I've noticed with every single person I've named, it was right before
the blow.
They're
on the precipice.
Exactly. Right on the cusp.
Yeah.
Then right after they switched, boom. Uzi gone.
Yeah.
All these artists they're huge artists. So
yeah.
Playboy Cardi doesn't even drop music anymore.
Yeah.
He's people may not like his music or whatever, but he has such a large influence in the industry. It's crazy. He only makes music with big names. Kanye, Drake. The way he even ascended, he only has 3 albums, by the way, bear in mind. Right? So that's crazy. And he has over 20 million monthly listeners. He has a cult-ish fan base. So it's I just noticed. I don't know what I don't know what we could draw from that trend of right before on the cusp they switched to this dark.
For me, I'm a deep guy, bro. Anything like this, automatically, if I don't understand, the only way I can understand is spiritual, right? The person that was in charge of music was Lucifer. If you're trying to get high in something or an industry per se, you have to be cheerful with the organo. Who's the orga? Lucifer. If you want him to propel you, you have to be buddy with him. So I think that's the only way I can even try to understand this. It's just this is even beyond the Illuminati, bro. Illuminati has nothing on this. Illuminati has nothing on what Lucifer can do. Illuminati's not close, bro. But yeah, I think that's my only understanding of it. It's just it's almost typical. It's almost like you can predict it, almost predictable as well. It's just look, if you really want to be great, either enter Illuminati, where you're pretending not to be dark, but in the shadows you're doing some crazy things. Name some names like Diddy. Or you can just be open with it, like Uzi Vert, who is saying he was coming to hell with me today, and everyone's jumping. Do you get what I'm saying? So but the thing is, when you're open with it, there's a lot more success that comes with that in terms of the souls that you steal, So yeah, man. It's just how much do you really want this? That's it. How much do you really want this? When you're sitting there negotiating with Satan, that's what he says. Look, how much do you how much do you really want it, bro?
In a very simple sense, I'm thinking what actually happens.
What happens?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me put it this way. It's the same. It's the same way. Like there are certain people that have devoted their lives to God that are doing very, very, very well. Right. It's this idea of understanding ourselves beyond our physical form. Once you are so in tune with your spiritual form, there's so many things that you can do in life, because then you're operating beyond just the physical realm. You can get things done because you know how to access the higher realm or the higher power. Do you get what I'm saying? This is just the opposite. And the reason why, let's say, the darkness has a little bit more power than, let's say, those that are in tune with God is because this isn't heaven. This is not where like God's work is the most supreme. This is the devil's playground. Do you get what I'm saying? When Earth was created, Genesis says there was darkness and God said, let there be light. AKA, darkness was here first. You get what I'm saying? So this is the land of darkness. Who is going to reign supreme? Darkness. Light is going to do its best. You get what I'm saying? But it's not. That's why, like, even the Bible says it, bro. Like, you can't be lukewarm because you're not going to go anywhere, bro. You're not going to go anywhere. It's either you're hot for God or you're cold with Satan. You choose one if you really, really want to succeed in this life. You know, you have to choose one side. And once you're able to get into one of those camps, then you start to see a lot of things. Your life just propels into a next dimension, right? And then you're able to achieve certain things. But again, yeah, that's my understanding of it.
Yeah, I think it's even interesting where like the Bible talks about being made in His image. I think I talked to you about it like a few weeks ago, a week or two ago. It's just the idea of being made in His image. So that's why we have the ability
to do these things,
create.
Yeah.
Like God created.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like God created us. Like God created Earth. Like God created. like God created animals, light, and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely. Like obviously, when I look at it, I'm thinking obviously like I'm deep in it too, right? Like I'm seeing there's some the definition, the word trend. There's a reason for that word in the dictionary as well. So it's like I'm seeing these things, but I'm now deeping it. Like I'm actually analyzing. Okay, why is it that all these like artists right where on the cusp, they completely change into this like new form almost, like on some crazy spiritual shit. There's something going on. It's clear as day. It's like there's one person, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then what's also happening is, like you said, their careers are propelling beyond. They're like they've reached, you know, a higher plane, right, where they have this level of influence and they have this almost, like I said, these cultish. Even that aspect of it, of like the fan base, you know, like you said with music, being able to influence people with sound is like something that's very, 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 very powerful. You know, so yeah, man, it's there's so many layers. Like I said, there's so many layers to this shit, bro.
Right, it is, and it's nice because it's just like sometimes it's nice to have a wake up call. Like, yo, everyone, wake up. This is the world we live in, and it's unfortunate that people are still not seeing it. They're still almost seeing it as a gimmick, but it's like, this is the world we live in. I was talking to Shamina earlier. I said, "Yo, like, brother, when we're out here sharing all these posts about what's happening in Israel, what's happening in Palestine, for us it's just a simple button. We just press and post on our story to spread awareness. Guy, when a bomb goes off next to you, Rema's performance doesn't seem like anything. You get what I'm saying? The fear, that's real fear. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, people are not deeping it. They're oh, wow, oh, shit. Do you get what I'm saying? They're not deeping that war is a real thing. This was just a wake-up call. It was just to tell you, look around the world you are in. Like, if you think this is scary, look up. Like, look up out of your phone, bro. Like, look at the world you're living in. especially here where everything is sugar coated. You know, you just have a veil over our eyes with technology, with the comfort of life as well. Things are so easy here. You actually don't really have much time or space to read deep anything because you're too comfortable. You know, you don't really have like any thought process to anything. And also, this rat race is a great distraction, and people are looking for how to survive for the next month. You don't have time to think about like how someone is taking your brain, literally taking your brain and your soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's deep, man.
Definitely. I think even the whole like idea of like being grounded, or like actually, it ties into like being grateful, being grounded, and like travel as well. I think part of the reason why I think and I see the world the way I do is just, and which I'm grateful for, is the fact that I have traveled.
Yeah.
And seen like different cultures and met so many different people with different ethnicities, language. Because you're able to be in a society like this where there's so much distraction and still ground yourself in a sense and see things for more than, you know, what the eye can see. You know what I mean? Because there's so much going on outside of what's going on in your day to day, kind of like what you said. And it's not to like downplay that, right? Because obviously, sure, if you're going through something, you're going through something, but there's so much more shit going on in the world, right? And when you're just able to pull yourself out of that and just think like, oh shit, like there's so much bigger things going on. Like there's families that are like, there's people dying every day.
Literally.
You know what I mean? Like when you just think, it's crazy. You wake up every day, you have breakfast, you go to work, you come home, you're complaining about your assignments.
Yeah.
You have a roof over your head, you have your TV, you have your iPhone, you have your laptop, you have your PlayStation 5. I don't fucking know what else.
Yeah, iPhone 15, Pro Max.
Pro Max, you know what I'm saying? You can order food to your house, leave the comfort of your home to get food. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, maybe you don't have everything you want, but like, bro, there's people that don't have roofs over their head. Do you know how crazy that is? Like, you know, so I'm just grateful to like that kind of mentality, you know, because you know, being here, you're still able to like ground yourself and like, I'm still grateful for what I do have, because there's a lot of people that aren't in my position, you know what I mean, that would love to be in my position.
Word.
Millions of people would love to be, millions. Yeah. That's another crazy thing, because a million, you know how large a number that is? Like, a million is a large number. All right, guys, before we get back to the show, we just want to ask you guys to subscribe, like, and share. We're on the way to 1K, and we would appreciate if you guys did that for us. Let's get back to the show.
But even sometimes we forget 100 is a big number as well. Like 100 is a big number. Like just because we're starting to see like the actual figures, we're just seeing them as numbers or just letters or digits on a piece of paper. We're forgetting how, you know, magnanimous a lot of these things or the idea of these things actually are once you fathom it, right? Yeah, man.
Like even in the sense of like those digits being living people.
If we even forget people, it's just like imagine the tiniest thing. You like a grain of rice. If you have a million of the grain of, you would feel it. You would recognize that this is a lot. Do you get what I'm saying? Talk less of now, as he said, millions of people. Crazy.
Exactly.
No, man. But even to do with this rat race, I was talking to someone earlier about they asked me how I view money and why I'm not like we're just talking about like certain things that people do for money. You're having some girls that are being like, especially like busy cities where it's like the bottle girls are damn near close to prostitutes. You get what I'm saying? Like you're essentially selling the same thing apart from the actual sex, right? So we're talking about that, and also like even guys that go into like illegal activities, and when things go wrong, it's not a matter of like shit, I got out of that like alive. It's more so I lost money, or I need to find the next way to, like, money is literally your master. They were like, I was explaining to them, like, for me, there's so many things that kind of take you away from that whole chasing money thing. Like, sometimes it could be experiences, as you said, like traveling and seeing different things and understanding how things work or how people work or how the world works. Or it could just be certain experiences like death. If you've had a near-death experience, nothing comes close to that. See what I'm saying? Nothing comes close to that. And you start to realize how insignificant a lot of things are. Or even, for me, whether I'm up or down, I don't have this like desire to look for money. Even when I'm down, it's weird. Like sometimes I was explaining to them, I said, I don't know if it's that I'm lazy. I don't know what it is, but I don't feel like I can just do anything just because I need money. I might need it, but it's like, I don't think I could bring myself to do anything. Like, even the idea of it, bro.
Like, there's certain parameters you still have.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what's your own like perception of money?
I think the whole idea of doing anything for money is, I feel like because we have such a mind where you can actually think anything, it's like the idea of doing certain things, it's like, okay, the idea of doing it is different from actually doing it. You know me? Because like obviously I've had those intrusive thoughts, how ways I can like make money or whatever.
Like becoming a pimp, right?
Sorry. That was not one of the ideas, but anyways, actual act.
Yeah.
So insane.
Yeah.
My body would even like move.
Yeah.
I couldn't actually physically do it.
Word.
You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I think like the whole like concept of like the rat race has, you know, kind of has everyone in this like linear way of thinking, and it kind of traps you in a way, even like here mentally, where you feel like you have to or because of the way Western society is formulated, you feel like this is the only, that's how money becomes your master, so
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like I've kind of caught myself a few times also being like, I need money to do this, I need money to do this. I'm like, whoa, relax. You know what I'm saying? Because that in itself, that slave mentality to money is part of the problem.
Yeah.
Of even me like getting where I want to be, kind of thing. It's kind of like more of an open-ended thought for me.
Yeah.
But it's just, I feel like when I do have those thoughts, I kind of catch myself and I'm like chill, bro, because that's not the I know for a fact that's not the mentality you should have.
Yeah.
Because that's where you get caught up in money becoming the root of
or evil.
Literally.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be there, man. You start seeing everything as money, even people.
Yeah, like see people as a scheme.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's when it gets real crazy, and then that's where you would do anything to get money.
Yeah, I think once you take that first step, yeah, is that first step, because once you take that first step, you can't go back because you realize how easy it was to take that first step.
Yeah.
But the problem with taking that first step is that the consequences are so grave. A lot of people don't think about that. They think about their immediate need for the money or immediate need to solve their problem, that they take this random solution or what's perceived as a solution without like understanding what the risks are. And these risks aren't cheap, bro. These risks are life-threatening. You know, you can either go to jail,
you can die,
you can lose your life. You know, Crazy.
I think I think one thing I'm coming to really understand is the action and reaction, um, how they're linked, right? So with something like this, it's the same thing. It's like, is that risk really worth, in fact, the simple solution, which will now, in retrospect, become a bigger problem than what the initial solution was.
Yeah.
It's gonna become a bigger problem because even in these situations where, for example, you're seeing someone sell drugs, it's like, okay, say he starts off small, he's making a few $100s. Okay, maybe not too much risk. Okay, maybe he did that. Cool. He got away with it. Whatever, it's fine. Nothing's happened. Nothing's really affected yet. You know what I'm saying? What happens now? Okay, now you're selling a little bit more. You're selling bigger amounts. Right now you're starting to see. Okay, well now he now has to start changing the way he moves. He now has to actually think about, okay, I need to keep this away from so and so because this can actually affect my family. This can affect my friends. Right. Then now you're not thinking about the law. You're thinking about, okay, if I get caught, as opposed to you being caught making a few $100s, you might go inside for how many years? You know what I'm saying? On top of that, so like there's the risk. What's it called? The simple solution always begets a larger problem. Yeah. Because the deeper you dive into it, the bigger everything gets also. Yeah. Right? So if you think about it like that, it's kind of crazy. It's like, okay, well now it's like, yeah, maybe before I sold a few pieces, you know what I'm saying? I might go on for 6 months or whatever. You've been doing it for a year, 2, 3 years, and now it's like, oh, I might go on for 10 years. Or I might get shot doing this shit.
Yeah. Word.
I might not wake up the next day. You
exactly.
So it's like, I don't know, man. I think that that idea of like understanding that every action has a reaction, every action kind of has like a consequence, right? Is like part of that also that people
don't take time to realize,
exactly,
man.
Because they're so, once again, linear thinking. I keep coming back to this. I don't know why. Maybe there's a reason, but it's that linear thinking, man. It gets you in trouble, man. I'm telling you, it gets you in trouble, man. There's a lot of what's it called? There's a lot of reactions. There's a lot of reactionary responses going on as opposed to just
rather than responding, you're reacting essentially. Yeah.
There you go. That's something that you told me that stuck with me. That the difference between those two, very 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 big difference. Yeah. Very drastic changes too when you do the opposite as opposed to reacting and responding. So yeah, man.
I got that from, what was it, David Goggins. Was it David? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Either David or some other guy that shouts. One of the two.
The answer of the day is, what is your biggest distraction in life right now?
In life right now, I think it might just be it might just be my position right now. Because it's not where I want to be. Sometimes I can be focused on the fact that I'm not there yet, rather than just going through the motions. Well, not going through the motions, but walking the path. I'm almost like stopping to complain, rather than just keep walking and you get to the destination. That's probably my biggest. Yeah.
I feel like everyone knows what mine is. But I would say my biggest distraction right now is my love for women. I can't lie. Definitely.
Yeah?
I would probably say that. I'd probably say, like, yeah. I would just leave it at that, but it's okay, because I'm meant for more in this life. But yeah, I would probably say this. Like, if I'm being completely honest with myself, the thing that I would say distracted me the most over the last few years.
So yeah. I don't even know if it ever was for me. I don't think it ever was for me. Like, I was telling Shmini this. I said, look, I can like someone, but the way my brain thinks is that, okay, I like them. Alright, cool. What if I talk to them and they're boring? What happens? Because I get turned off very, very easily. Very, very quickly. So I was like, okay, cool. What if they're boring? What if they smell? Do you guys like all these little thoughts? At that point, I'm already disinterested. I move on. But like my eyes sparkle quickly, but it also does quite quickly. Yeah. So that's why I wouldn't really say they were like that big of a distraction. The one woman was. That was more of like an emotional distress than like a distraction. But yeah, I've never really had that problem like that. But it's common, so you're fine. You'll be alright.
Yeah, I'll be fine. You guys actually-
Amen. No, anyways, guys, check out the Patreon. We'll probably have like 2 videos on there right now, but there's a lot more coming. Check it out, subscribe here, and then also go on there as well. Let's build our community.
Go check it out, man. We got some exclusive shit on there, man.
Yeah. Alright. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you didn't like anything we said, take a listen to sugar. Yeah, remember BlackerTheBerry.
Sweet juice.
Safe.